Hey, here's a good reason for you to always unsubscribe from any reactive process going on. And I'm gonna show you that right here. It's not obvious at first, but once you see it, you will never ever unsee it again. Let me show you. I have a set of tests here, right? Let me quickly run pnpm test. As I'm running it, there are a few tests running, and then you can see they're all passing, all of them, but it's taking a little bit of time because Jess has a hard time closing out on some of the tests. And then it sent me a warning message that says a worker process has failed to exit gracefully and has been force exited. So basically what it's saying that it was blocked, it was basically stuck, but it had to just stop the entire thing because there is a leaking method or something like that. What does that really mean? Look, you don't have to understand the underlying concept right there. The thing you have to know is just how to read the messages. So here it's basically giving you a hint. Try running with detect open handles, which will allow you to find the leaks in your code. And that it's actually an amazing feature. Look how it works. I'm going to take it, just copy this, and then I'm going to run npx Jess, since we're using Jess here, and just run with detect open handles. So it's gonna run my test one file at a time and trying to detect the one that tells me the one that it has hard time closing, basically. And as you can see right now on the merge, it's taking much more time, but then it tells me, hey, you have a function interval procedure that is not closed, that is not being closed, and it gives me exactly the place where I should look. So in the merge spec, that's where the issue is. I'm going to open that file, and now what we see here indeed is I have exactly here two functions, two reactive process, interval, and in their implementation, you can see indeed that I have a set interval that has an ID. And you know, an interval, once you have the ID, unless you call clear interval, nothing happens, right? It just keeps on running and running and running forever. Does the leak, right? So how you fix it? Well, in my code, I'm using the interval, but the moment I call clear interval is the moment I unsubscribe from it. So what I should be doing here is to say these two are being used somewhere over here, and what I should be able to do is the moment the subscription has happened here, I gotta make sure that I call subscription.unsubscribe, right? So right there, that will already fix this section of the code. But we have exactly the same issue right here in that section. It says interval twice, but there is nowhere here where we actually unsubscribing from it. So what I'm going to do here is just to put a quick set timeout, and then in that timeout here, I'm gonna call the subscription.unsubscribe. We're just going to do that after 200 milliseconds, and we're just gonna say subscription.unsubscribe, right? And now we should be able to again go back to our code, go back here and run this command, and this time it should pick up the merge and say, hey, everything looks good here, and then go through every single file and basically allow me to say, hey, everything is clear. So that's basically it. In recap here, the main issue here is you have an interval or any process running and you don't unsubscribe from it, and you can see here how that caused a leaking issue. And by using the detect open handles from Jest, if you're using Jest, you can fix that. That's it for this video. See you on the next one. Cheers.